Hey guys, Cucullin here, and a legend just returned. I honestly never thought I'd see the day that Dragon Ball was back on a proper airing schedule. I really enjoyed it when Battle of the Gods brought the movies back, and then they were going to do Resurrection of F, and I was like, oh wow, they're actually continuing this. And then when they announced Dragon Ball Chou, I was like, no way is this going to happen, it's going to get delayed and then cancelled. Especially since it's Toei and they have a good record of delaying the hell out of things. And yet, it came out even before Digimon. Like, wow. And I'm really impressed with the overall quality of the animation. Part of it may be because they're animating it in the old Dragon Ball style, which is a very simplistic animation style, really. Like, the eyes are all very simple and the hair is kind of ridiculous but easy to draw. So, yeah, everything actually looks quite crisp in this one. It's only when you really zoom in on things that you'll notice some characters in the background get a bit derpy. One thing that does look quite derpy is the actual style of some of the characters. Like Gohan and Videl. Jesus Christ, their eyes look derpy. And I mean, you don't even notice it on Gohan most of the time because of his glasses. But Videl just looks cross-eyed all the time. And it really annoys me how weird her character design has got, because I really did like her in the original Dragon Ball Z. And then in GT, obviously, she was just a mum and it didn't really matter too much. But in Dragon Ball Z, I really liked how she was like the one human that was able to keep up with the Super Saiyans for a bit. I mean, not really, but she kind of did. She's probably the strongest human on Earth right now, anyway. And it just annoys me how she looks now. Because she's like halfway between being an actual woman and just being a mum character. And that's another problem with the show. Like, when women become mother characters in this show, they do just get written off. But I mean, that's Dragon Ball. You can't really hate on that too much. So, the character designs are a bit outdated and it gets a bit grating. But I mean, our main characters are all still good. Goten and Trunks were like the main characters in this episode, actually doing things. Everyone else was just kind of going about normal daily life. Goten and Trunks got to go off and fight a giant snake without using any ki blasts because they were scared of hurting people. It was pretty cool. It reminded me a bit of Dragon Ball when they didn't have just blasting the hell out of each other with ki blasts all the time. Now, speaking of people that just blast the hell out of each other with ki blasts all the time, we saw Beerus and Wise again. And Beerus is back to his normal douchey self, just randomly going around and blowing up planets. In this case, half of a planet, so I guess he's only half as much of a douche. Still, I really do hate that guy. His personality just annoys me, but I mean, I suppose that's who he is. He's a whiny little baby with the powers of a god. And that's why he gets along so well with Goku, who is a child trapped in a man's body with superpowers. So yeah, you can see why they get along so well. So this first episode, it did feel just like reminding you who all of the characters were. We had Gohan and Videl about to get married, just chilling in their new house and being super happy with each other, going about their lives without any more physical training. They're just settling down to be a family. And at the same time, Piccolo is watching them from afar, just kind of shaking his head like, what happened to you, Gohan? You were my kid, man. I raised you better than this. Like, you gotta feel weird about that. Piccolo's still kind of looking after Gohan, but he's so disappointed in him. Oh, that's sad. Pretty much everything they have is paid for by Hercule. So they live in like a massive house. And yeah, they seem quite happy together. So very nice for them. Let's hope they get making Pan soon so that we actually have a cool female character again. In the background of all of that, we had Goku and his general family day. Like, he's basically set up as a farmer for a bit. And that ended at the end of this episode. I'm glad about that. But it was interesting seeing him being forced to, like, use machinery to plow a field rather than what he'd probably normally do, which would be to just blast the whole ground and that be your way of, you know, sowing the field. I'm surprised he didn't do that. Just dash forwards and backwards a few times at supersonic speed and watch the field shatter. But it was alright. It was cool seeing him forced into a situation he really didn't want to be in. All because Chi-Chi decided, hey, you're finally back from killing Boo. It's time you chilled and got to be a family man. And that's really what's happened in this anime. Everybody's kind of settled down and they're getting used to their new roles within a daily life without any monsters trying to kill them constantly. In this episode, we focused mainly on Goku, Gohan, and their extended family with Hercule and Boo. Even Hercule and Boo seem like a normal kind of family unit, which is weird. Boo's like half a pet and half a brother to Hercule. And at the same time, obviously, he has to keep making sure he's happy because you don't want him to go insane and, eat everyone, as Boo would. Now, in the trailer for the next episode, we see that Vegeta's going to be in it, and he's doing pretty much the same thing. Like, it's called Vegeta Goes to the Resort or something stupid like that. Vegeta's going to finally get to fight after a bit, but maybe he won't even need to. Like, maybe he'll be fighting like a joke kind of monster thing that shows up and he'll feel bad and Bulma will be pissed. We'll see. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen because Vegeta does not do well sitting around and not fighting. So it would be cool to see how he takes this new downtime. So that's about it, guys. Dragon Ball Chou feels like the old Dragon Ball. There's a lot of silly humor in it. We even got a scene from Master Roshi who randomly showed up just to be like, hey, I want to buy some adult DVDs. And then got the shit knocked out of him by Chi-Chi. You do not mess around with Chi-Chi. So that humor is kind of still there. It's kind of silly. It's kind of childish. I'm not really sure if this show is for me anymore. Like, I'm sure the 13-year-old me who watched the hell out of Dragon Ball Z would still be loving this one. But for me, the animation style is a bit weird. And I know when they get back to proper fighting, it'll probably just be that kind of fighting where you still can't see attacks and everything's just kind of blasting each other. Maybe interesting for a bit, but I think I may have grown out of Dragon Ball Z, and that's kind of sad. Still love the hell out of the games. Still playing the hell out of Xenoverse. But I'm not sure that I'm going to be watching the hell out of this anime. So we'll see what happens with this one. I enjoyed the first episode. It's kind of like a nostalgia bomb. But I'm not sure if that's enough to keep me coming back for more. So thanks for listening, guys. Let me know what you thought at the comment section below. Like if you enjoyed this video. And subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you guys next time.